Hi, my name is Denise Delance. Um, Let me tell you just a little bit about myself. I am, I'm a woman that has been in business for many years. I own my own business. Um, I just get up, I go to work every day like everybody else. And I do have to tell you that over the last couple of years, I've been feeling not so spunky. Okay, that's my word. Not as spunky as I used to. And over the years, I started developing some symptoms. And I had to go to the doctors a few times, and pretty much what I've been told is that these are normal symptoms, and I can accept the fact that I'm just getting older, and some of these symptoms come along with aging. And so I bought it. I bought that, and I allowed myself to live with not feeling well. Let me tell you some of my symptoms, what my health issues are, and for how long I've actually been experiencing these. Several years ago, like I told you, I was waking up and I was feeling tired. I couldn't get any energy. I lived off of coffee. That was my energy. I drank it all day long because if I didn't, all I wanted to do was sleep. I had aches and pains. Trying to just close my hands. Very, very difficult. Bending over just to tie my shoes. Very, very difficult. But as time went on, I started to notice that I was having a difficult time breathing. Trying to take a deep breath, I felt like I couldn't get all the air that I knew my lungs were capable of getting. So I would come up short breath. I sometimes would get these palpitations. I'd flush. And of course, everybody likes to say, I'm having a personal summer, okay? That's all that is. And I said, no, that's impossible. But anyway, I would start feeling like I had this cough. And I would cough all the time, but I had chronic sinus. I was forever going to the doctors for getting something with my sinuses. My eye would swell up, I'd get runny nose, and the back of my throat would itch all the time, and I'd get sore throats. And then finally, I had a complete, what I would like to say, accumulation of symptoms hit me in the middle of December of 2012. And I got very, very sick. I went to the doctor, and they diagnosed me with someone who has chronic bronchitis. So they gave me everything. I had the antibiotics. They put me on an inhaler. I did that for several weeks, 21 days of antibiotics, because it seemed the antibiotics weren't doing what they were supposed to do. Finally, my symptoms got a little bit better. The doctor was saying, you're really progressing nicely. This is what we wanted to see, but I still woke up tired, not feeling well, aches and pains, and still feeling like I couldn't breathe. They told me it would take several more weeks. Well, by February, I had a relapse. I was worse than what I was in the middle of December. And I was in bed for 3.5 weeks. Inhaler, antibiotics, chronic bronchitis. I got well, or better according to their standards, and then I ended up with full-blown pneumonia. And at this time I was seriously sick according to my doctor, and that I had to really take care of myself. Yet again, more antibiotics. I had a different kind of an inhaler this time, and I worked from home, and I did everything I was told to do. And it wasn't until June where I started to be able to have some energy, just a little bit. But I had to have at least 6 cups of coffee to get me through the day. And then somewhere in all of that, one of my last visits to the doctor, I asked him, I said, is it possible that black mold can be contributing to some of my symptoms, because I know that I have black mold in my home? And he said, absolutely not. That is a wives' tale. And I said, but I've read all these things on the internet. And he said, do not believe everything you read on the internet. And so, I see myself as a rather intelligent woman, and so I said, okay. And so I just lived with the symptoms. I lived with being tired. I lived with feeling like by maybe 11 o'clock in the morning that my energy would hit the wall with nothing left in the gas tank, and going home and crying because I couldn't do, it was too much just to make dinner. So I would order a pizza because I didn't have the energy to make dinner. And I would lie in bed, I'd watch TV, and I would eat a pizza or a sandwich, and I would just try to get some sleep. And I could never get a good night's sleep. I was up all night because it was nervous energy or, whatever. And so that's my history. So let me explain to you what led me to the Wellness Center. I started to experience a little bit of urination issues, where I felt like I had to go and I couldn't go. And this was on again, off again for several weeks. And then in the middle of July, I woke up one morning and I took a look at my fingernails, and there was something odd in my fingernails. There was a white strip from one side to the other. And I knew that I was not well. I didn't care what the doctor said. I knew that there was something seriously wrong with me. And I needed to get to the core of it. And I knew about the Wellness Center here. So I made a phone call to Dr. Martin, and they got me in right away. Dr. Martin took one look at my nails and he said, we need to deal with some of these issues. And my experience here has been they really cared about me and my health, not about just getting the symptoms cleared up and get me out the door. But they actually took time to, the questionnaire was so extensive. I wish my doctor would have asked me some of these questions. It was very comprehensive. I had to really think, and I began to pinpoint some things that I wouldn't normally have thought about. And from there, it was, Denise, we're going to look at the whole picture with you, not just one aspect of it. And I feel like I've been educated. I feel like I have an opportunity to participate in my wellness and to learn, and there are things that I can do. And the experience has been, I wish I had a picture that you could have seen what I look like on Monday of this past week. And today is, what day is today? Wednesday? Thursday. If you could have seen what I look like on Monday, no energy, completely bloated because my body was retaining so much water. I had gained something like 6 pounds in 4 days because my body just wasn't getting rid of the water. My high blood pressure, which was something else my doctors were trying to deal with as well. But let me tell you, they took and put me into some programs. Some here, what I mean by that is some nutrients. They have targeting, all kinds of really interesting things, and they explain to me what each thing is doing, what areas of my body have been affected, and how we can help me together. All right? And since then, I'm waking up, I'm not drinking coffee. I don't need coffee. I can think a little clearly, more clearly than I was, but I have energy. I'm getting rid of that water weight. My blood pressure is coming under control, and I feel like I'm being proactive in helping to get myself well with alternative ways than just handing me a pill and just say, take it, this will take care of the symptom. I truly believe that the root cause of my issues are being addressed here at this facility with the team. Since I've been coming here, I have been referring the wellness group to several people. A few have already come in. That's how I feel about this. Is what I'm telling everyone is that you cannot afford to not do this. And so I have many people coming in and have already come through the doors because they cannot believe the change that they've seen in me. They knew me personally. They knew what was going on with me prior. They saw me the other day. Can't believe what I look like today. And and that's how I feel. This is a place, to me, it's a godsend.